Yellow. We're back at it again with more Shadowhearts. Again, not to be mistaken for our beloved Shadowhearts of Baldur's Gate 3. Alright, I did a little bit of grinding. Alice is like 4 levels behind Yuri and Jujin and everybody else in the party. But that's okay, she'll catch up. Eventually. Hopefully, maybe. The innkeeper's son's son. Hey, you're the ones that killed all the mean old monsters, right? You saved us. Can I have that treasure chest? Here, I want you to have my treasure. Go ahead, take it. God, that running animation for the kids is hilarious. Flare brooch? What'd it do? What'd it do? Flare brooch. It's definitely an accessory. I don't know why I'm looking there. SP consumed during fusion decreases 20%. Oh? Huh. I mean, wait, we got mega attack out of it. Raises attack power, flare brooch. Oh no, we don't. We get mega special attack. Oh, the fuck are this pedometers? Whatever. Hopefully, let's slap this on Oomphy. Hopefully, Alice never has to leave the party anymore. Or a little bit of housekeeping here before we proceed. The hardy child says, "I want to hurry up and grow up, so I can be a fisherman too." Good on ya, kid. The fish drying woman says, "I can put my fish out to dry again, thanks. Would you bring this to see mother for me? She loves fish, so you might receive something in return." You received dried fish. Nice. Wait, they got a different dialogue if you speak to them the second time? No, they don't. They're just that woman. Hello, sir. The unemployed man says, "They tell me you're the ones who got rid of the evil spirits for us? Wow, I underestimated you." That all you say? That all you say? See, mother. It is time for us to leave. Thank you for that goated storytelling time. The sea mother says, "Greeting, friends. Did you get some rest? Leaving already? Be careful out there. The spirits are gone from the harbor, but they still roam the ocean. I will pray for your safety." Oh, is this fish for me? Thank you, this is my favorite. I'll tell you something. A man who died from Lily's curse left a strange message. It's about where he kept an extra stash of money. I didn't look into it too much, but maybe you'd find something useful. I don't understand what he means. He said, "Where the turtle looks, take 3 steps." What does that mean? Take 3 steps, like that? Where the turtle looks. Filthy Samo says, "I wonder if this'll be enough to let Yen Yen rest in peace." Oh, lottery member number 14. The word's out on the streets, I'm really not that filthy. Play a lottery, pal? Sure. What does he give? A pocket watch? It gives the wearer resistance to judgment ring anomalies in battle. That's pretty good. We don't ever have enough, like, accessory slots, though. Alright, let's get this. Look at how small that red is. Are you kidding me? No, it's too early. Yellow. Whoa. Inget. Nice. It goes like a full length. Here's the goods. You've received pocket watch. Don't blab your mouth about me not being so filthy, you hear? Thank you, sir. I don't know who I want to slap that on. Actually, don't know. Give it to Jujin, maybe. I don't know. Renders judgment ring abnormalities ineffectual. How often does that happen? Not very often, I would say. But whatever. I'll just hold on to it for collection purposes. Alright, is that it? Where the turtle looks. So, like, the guide says it's right in front of the restaurant. 2.5 steps. There it is. Some things lodged in here. Is this what the old lady was talking about? Ah, geez, what a pain in the rear. What? Uh-oh. Another one of these. A QTE? Yuri says, huh? Hey, are you some shady business by any chance? You've received 2,000 in cash. That's pretty small. It's okay, we'll take it. Alright, anything else that we need to do? We did the lottery, remember? Head over to the area with the dock and pen, okay. Oh, the guy with the turtle? Oh, hey, what's Marge doing over there? Oh, is that the pedometer guy? You wanna try... Hey, kid, you wanna try playing in this leaf field? 300 per play, sure. Should I explain how to play? Lend me my hoe. You can dig up 3 spots on this field. Anything you find is yours, but if you don't find anything, that's your tough luck. Well then, let's get started. There aren't any annoying time limits, so you can search all you want. You've received the hoe. Serious? What the hell? It's so small. Bonk, bonk, bonk. What's it? You've received 3rd key. Oh, easy. Yeah, that's what you want. That's what the guide says what you want to get. Can you only get one of these? There's a couple. I don't know if the others are worth getting. Yeah, it's just a bunch of like stuff that I could already buy from the shops, so it's nothing too big. I guess you kind of lucked out there. Or unless the stuff that you can find out in the field is fixed. You won't get anywhere hone like that. As Gams would love to say. Ah, I missed! Ah! It's so small. You returned the hoe. Alright, so what does a third key do? It's an accessory, is it? No, it isn't. Third key, third key. Max 3 sweeps of indicators with successful action. Max 3 sweeps of indicator with successful action. Okay, so it's like... It's nothing too big. Thought it'd be like an accessory or something. How much it sell for? 15,000. Say less. Wow, huge. We're rich. We're rich. Insanely rich. Pedometer service. How much steps do I have? 4,000. What's the best? I don't want any. Pedometer seals. Okay, what? Oh, you can buy the pedometer? If you somehow missed, or if you somehow sold the pedometer, you can just buy it off the guy again. Go walk some more. Okay, fine. Old man with a bad back says, I wonder if Lily's soul will ever be at peace. I still think about her whenever I see the ocean. Alright, that's all of the... most of everybody that we can interact with. Hey, Oomph. Who's this? Courier subordinate. What was his name again? Kato? He says, hey, the boss told me all about you. You're ready to leave? No, not yet. Let me talk to Marge first. Oomphy. Marge says, aren't we done here yet? Let's go. Okay. She didn't have anything else to say. Alright, let's push off. Did I save before this? I don't think I did, but we have save state, so I'm not worried. Kato says, okay, all aboard. All aboard. Oh, we could save here. Cool. Holy, we're rich. We're rich. The saves being like only a handful of kilobytes. Why is Yuri passed out on the ground? Yuri says, oh, that's no way. That's no place to sleep. Alice says, are you alright? Oh, he's seasick. Yuri says no. Alice says, but you seem a little better than before. At least you can talk now. Oh, Yuri says, I guess. Oh god, this isn't right. Do boats always rock like this? Alice says, why don't you try going out on the deck? The fresh air might do you some good. Yuri says, yeah, maybe I'll try that. Alice says, maybe I'd better come with you. You still look pretty shaky. Yuri says, no, I'll be fine. Oh, he just like me. Alice says, I never have thought Yuri to be the seasick type. Anyway, Zhuzhen and Margaret are both up in the deck. Oh, are there anything in here? Wait, before I go, is there anything inside of here? Oh, there's a treasure chest. Rosewood bracelets. What are these for again? I forgot. Paralysis. Prevent paralysis. Okay. Marge says the girl, Alice, possesses extraordinary powers. She would make an excellent research subject. The young man who calls himself Yuri also wields unusual forces. In the future, our country must... Oh, Marge is up to no good. I thought you were oomph. Yuri says, what about my future? Marge says, don't sneak up on me like that. Marge says, hey, what are you doing here? It's not polite to try to find out a lady's secrets, sonny boy. Yuri says, what's with the memo? What's it say? Marge says, what? Oh, you mean this? Don't worry about it. Marge says, this whole thing, it's just my diary. I thought I'd better write down each and every detail of this exciting adventure. Good idea, no? Yuri says, I couldn't care less. Marge says, ew, gross. Don't you dare throw up. Yuri gulps. Don't swallow it. Yuri says, I'm done for. Marge says, how filthy, how disgusting. Go lie down or something. Shoo. I'm trying, ma'am. She's kind of doing the same thing like Olivier did at like the beginning of Sky when he was up to no good on that airship on the way back to Erebonia or something. And then like Shara was like suspecting him. I would like to move faster. Oh, what do we find? What the hell? I looked away for a second there. Oh, witch's broth. Restores 50 MP and 3 SP. Okay, that's pretty good. Hurry the fuck up, Yuri. Okay, fast. Zhuzhen says, yeah, the sun's gone down and the fog's rolling in. Yuri says, what's with the scowl, Pops? Don't tell me you're throwing up from seasickness. Zhuzhen says, that would be you, if I'm not mistaken. Say, kid, are you feeling better now? What do you make of this unearthly aura? It seems to rise from the sea and permeate the boat. Yuri says, unearthly aura? Sorry, buddy. I'm dealing with some pretty earthly problems right now. Zhuzhen says, hey, watch it, will you? Do not soil my robes. Yuri says, damn, now I'm just dry heaving. Aren't we in Shanghai yet? How much longer will it take? Zhuzhen says, ha ha ha, we should be there by a little after noon tomorrow. Yuri says, what? I won't last that long, pal. Zhuzhen says, hey kid, if you're going to kick the bucket, do it over there, will you? Yuri says, some help you are. Couldn't you at least have brought some medicine for this kind of thing? You and Miss Spy Genius are big meanies. Alice is the only one who really cares about me. Alright, where to? Go back? What's down here? That seems to be alive while for storing the catch. Okay, let's hurry the fuck up here. Nothing else to do here? Alice, comfort me. Oh, what's this? Yuri says, why is this locked? What are they up to in here? Kawashima says it's gotten quite foggy. You'd imagine that they try to bring more like soldiers in here, with the way that they're like outnumbered by us. Kato says yes, but not to worry. The boat is sailing smoothly. Kato says, you know, I didn't think we'd actually have it this easy. You're incredible, Lieutenant Colonel Kawashima. They really think we are their own personal couriers. So from Shanghai, all we have to do is get them on the special charter and rush them off to Japan. Kawashima says, we can't let our guard down. These people butchered the soldiers on the Trans-Siberian Express. Kato says, yes, well, I heard about that incident too, but I can't imagine that the girl could be capable of such a thing. She seems so sweet. I mean, just look at how she takes care of the young man who's been sick ever since we left the port. Kawashima says, it could have been him, that Yuri, that did the butchering. Kawashima says, Kato. Kato says, yes. Kawashima says, I wanted to see for myself. I wanted to see the girl and her friends with my own eyes. I assume you've heard about the old man in Shanghai who continues to plot against our army? Kato says yes. I don't know the details, but Dehuai seems to be a warlock with the powers of an adept. Kawashima says correct. Thanks to him, we're having great difficulty gaining any measure of power in Shanghai. He's a sharp old scoundrel, that Dehuai. Kawashima says they say he tried the ultimate Taoist magic 15 years ago and was about to blow Japan to bits. Kato says, really? Kawashima says, who knows? It could just be an exaggeration. Something my father let slip when he was drunk. Apparently a colonel in Black Ops was just barely able to stop Dehuai's ritual at the last moment. That's definitely Dad. Kato says, I had no idea. Kawashima says, I don't know how much of it is true, but I think that at least some part of it really happened. The bloated desk jockeys we take our orders from don't have a clue about the size of this country. They know even less about the teeming varieties of people and ways of thinking here. Kawashima says, this utopia we're pushing, it's nothing more than a dirty trick shrouded in a cute name. Even I might be just another cog in the wheel of this scheme, helping it move ever onward. The people here are victims of politics. All they really want to do is get on with their lives. It's no surprise this land would produce a warlock like Dehuai. At least he makes things interesting. Kato says, Lieutenant Colonel, what do you think the connection between Dehuai and Alice is? Kawashima says, forgive me for going on and on. It's just boring talk. Kato says, not at all, ma'am. I always like to hear your thoughts, Lieutenant Colonel. Kawashima says, you're a funny fellow, aren't you? Fine, let's get back to the subject at hand. I've been tracking Dehuai for some time now. Eventually, I learned of the girl he was so desperate to catch. Kato says, is this Alice? Kawashima says, yes. She has a unique spiritual power. Even Suji met his death when he encountered her. Dehuai will stop at nothing to get her. If used properly, she'll be an asset to the Shanghai offensive. I wish to find out whether she will be a help or a hindrance to Japan's invasion of the mainland. Kato says the Shanghai offensive, so the Japanese army can take the mainland? Is that your real motivation, Lieutenant Colonel? Kawashima laughs. Yuri says, I can't hear them. What are they babbling about? He doesn't know. Okay, let me save. Do I just go back to where... Alice says, Yuri, are you okay? You didn't come back, so I was getting worried. Yuri says, yeah, I'm fine. I learned just how kind you are, Alice, and how cold the rest of the world is. Question mark. Yuri says, Yujin and Margaret says there's something wrong outside. But what could it possibly be? Alice says, speaking of there being something wrong, Yuri, your disposition has changed since I first met you. It seems like you're changing more and more all the time. Maybe it has something to do with your powers. I'm worried about you. It's like there's a dark shadow hanging over you, and it's getting stronger. Yuri says, oh, well, yeah, my powers have just gotten a little wild since I met up with you. And now I can fuse with more spirits. But hey, I say things are fine just the way they are. Alice says, the way they are? Yuri says, haven't had any headaches lately? No mystery voice either? I must be doing something right. If you're right about the voice wanting to tell me something, and if what that voice says is true, then I want to know whose voice it is. I've decided to protect you at all costs. So I'm fine with things the way they are. But you know... Alice asks, yes? Yuri says, if I were to get devoured by the spirits inside of me that I've fused with, if they take over, I'm not myself anymore, you've got to kill me, Alice. No hesitation. Alice says, oh, come on, that's not funny. Yuri says, it's no joke. Alice says, don't worry, you won't lose to those monsters, so it won't happen. I believe in you. Marge says, hey, you two, something's going on. What's the haps? Marge says, oopsie, did I come at a bad time? Am I in the way, perhaps? Yeah, well, we're having a moment here. Yuri says, what is it already? Alice asks, what's going on? Marge says, something big. You two had better come outside, let's go. Okay. What's the haps, gang? Oh, now Yuri can run. Good afternoon. Hello, Sir Watermelon. This is something new for me. Yeah. A game called Shadowheart's back in early era PS2 JRPGs. Came out in 2001. Not to be mistaken for our beloved Shadowheart of Baldur's Gate 3. How's it going, my friends? Hope you all having a nice, chill Saturday afternoon. Yuri asks, what's up? What's up? Kawashima says the boat's turning circles in the same place over and over. Alice says, turning circles? Saturday's curry time. Oh, sounds nice. I myself have... Actually, no, I don't have curry. I have butter chicken. Hello. Hello, Sir Gaga Man. How's it going? Good afternoon. Did I get here with everyone else? Yeah. At the same time. We had a summoning circle. Peak hours, yeah. Hope you're all having a great afternoon. Kato says, yes, there's nothing wrong with the motor, but for some reason the boat won't move forward. It's as if As if the boat was being held by something underwater. There's a voice, a haunted voice. You should die. Kill yourself. Now. Am I hearing a baby cry somewhere? All in your head? Maybe that's in real life. I think you're cursed, Sir Watermelon. Actually, I didn't hear it. I thought it was in the music. I didn't hear it. Monkas? Or maybe I didn't hear it over my voice. Yuri says, what was that voice? Alice says it's Lily. Uh-oh. You heard it too? Okay, I missed it. Lily? I thought we got... Okay, no. She's, loose ends from Dalian. Okay, you're not going insane yet. Good. Kawashima says, what is that? Kato says, here it comes. What? Yep. Lily says, die. Let the stinking salt water fill your lungs and die. The mindless fish will pluck and poke at your rotting corpse, at your bulging eyeballs. Why you have to be mad? Jujin says, here she comes, kid. So this was what was raising the hairs on the back of my neck. You two better take cover. This monster is likely to give us some real trouble. She's got aura. Kawashima says, alright. Is Kawashima and Kato gonna be oomphs by the end of this? Alice says, Lily. Lily. Lily says, so nice you remembered. I've been waiting for you. Alice says, Lily, please tell us what you want us to do. What can we do so that your soul may rest in peace? What do you want from us? Well, she teleported. Lily says, taste my suffering and die. That's what I want. My friends are coming to greet you. Wait. Yuri says, damn, she still hasn't moved on yet? What? She's doing some kind of chant. What was that? Oh, that was Jujin. He was chanting. Jujin says, when did you get here, Sea Mother? You must have masked your presence. Oh, Sea Mother's here? Lily says, you think you can suppress my spirit with your feeble power? Die! Whoa. Oh, she was under there, okay. Marge says, Sea Mother. The Sea Mother says, Lily, I will save your soul. You will not be made to suffer anymore. Now calm your spirit. Lily says, silence. Ugh. Yuri says, see mama. Alice says, Lily, stop this. The Sea Mother's chanting again. Lily says, the pain. Creatures of the deep, attack. Drag these fools to the bottom of the ocean. What? She ran away. Jujin says she's run away. Couldn't stand up to Sea Mother's incantations, I suppose. Are you alright, Sea Mother? Why on earth did you do that? The Sea Mother says, forgive me, Master Jujin. I just wanted to send Lily off to Nirvana. Like the band? Jujin says, that was an old-fashioned exorcism you performed just now, yes? Here, let me lend a hand. If it's all the same, why don't we place seals all over the boat to help Lily's spirit settle down? The Sea Mother says, Master Jujin, are you sure? Nodders. Jujin says, think nothing of it. At this rate, this ship's going nowhere for the time being. Well, let's get to it then. Jujin says, hey kid, I'm going to put up a seal here. Help Sea Mother rest until I'm done. And I imagine the monsters will be attacking, so I'll need you to buy me some time too. Yuri says, okay, you got it. See, Mother says, thank you, I feel better now. Marge says, Mother, did you hide on the boat to put Lily's soul to rest? What, you knew this would happen? I see Mother says, yes, I didn't think Lily would give up so easily. I would give my life to save that poor girl's soul. Alice says, see, Mother. What happened after Lily opened that door that night 14 years ago? I see Mother says, we were interrupted, right? Oh, story time again? I'm seated. Is it story time again? I see Mother says, when Lily opened the door that day, well, it's just as you might have imagined. She saw her father, back from the dead. He was in a terrible state. He returned to let Lily take his life. He returned to give Lily her voice back. Yuri says he came back as a drowned corpse to be killed by his own daughter. Alice says, when did she? Did she kill her father who had finally returned? I see Mother says no. She came to return the dagger, then with her father's drowned corpse on her back. She walked on towards the ocean, staggering under the weight. That's the last time anyone ever saw them. We couldn't find their bodies either. Oh, what? She went off to die with her dad? Marge says, no wonder her spirit isn't at peace. I see Mother says, I couldn't do anything for her. Oh, no story time, I guess. See, Mother's kind of hurt. Alice says, are you alright? I'm sorry to bring up all these bad memories. Why don't you get some rest? I see Mother says, thank you. Okay, we have Marge in the party. Gams, you good? Okay. I guess let's go place those seals. Kato's yelling for some reason. Is he under attack? Kawashima says, what is this? Demons, my friends. Yuri says, the wheelhouse? Something happened there? Yuri says, open, damn you. Oh. Yuri says, yeah, now we're talking. Ogre Flame, are they weak to, like, water or something? Well, you'd imagine we were out here on the sea. It'd start pulling out, like, water elemental monsters or something. Apparently not. Yeah, the way that the narrative is structured for Shadowheart is pretty funny. It just feels exactly like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3. It's playing exactly like how JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 played out. Like, we're just hopping between, like, different regions all over the world. Gathering oomph on the way and fighting our ops. Yuri says, they're an elusive bunch, aren't they? Kawashima says, what was that? Yuri says, you said you saw them in Dalian, didn't you? Or their relatives? Kawashima says, I never imagined that they actually... Ghosts. The sea mother says, foul monsters, I'm not about to lose to the likes of you. Oria! Wait. Sea mother's getting jumped? Is that guy on the ground just fucking dead? Yuri says, now see Mama's in on the action? No, isn't this fun? See Mama. Wait, there's a shop supposed to be around here. Where? Jujin, what you doing? Oh, he's chanting. Oh, he got up, okay. Oh, so he's a shop. Anything that we should grab here? Okay, it doesn't have anything special. Kawashima said it doesn't have anything to say. Okay, let's go save C Mama. Whoa! Oh, new mobs, right? My bestiary.
Yeah, I could use some help here.
My bestiary. They look kind of freaky. They're bullying the fuck out of Alice. I'm gonna morb. You know what? Let me look around. Are there other monsters here? Let me look around just real quick. Hold on, make sure I don't miss any, like, monsters. Or I could refer to the... I could try and refer to the guide. What are these things? White wolflings? They don't look like wolflings. They have resistance against the grenade. I'm better off just auto-attacking. Irregular ring. Becomes irregular? Fuck it, we ball. Wait, how irregular? Whoa, it's so fast! Whoa, that's so weird. That's so weird. Oh, that's so weird. We got the kill though. Okay, I'm not missing anything for my bestiary, so let's just go down there. Why does Alice not have any SP? Gams, you good? Fucking random encounter. Wait, it's not a random encounter, is it? I'm gonna morb. Huh? Confusion? Yok 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 yok. Yeah, those ring anomalies is kind of nasty. You good, Gam Gams? Yuri says, ha, piece of cake. Who texted me? The sea mother says, you're good, boy. They must be after Master Zhuzhen too? Please. Would you go and check? Okay. Yuri says, sheesh, sea mama, you sure know how to work people. Anyway, that old geezer won't be beaten so easily. The sea mother says, Master Zhuzhen is in the middle of a ceremony. He's extremely vulnerable right now. Oh, wait. Wait, he's a lottery member? Oh, Katsuo's a lottery member. What does he have? Sure. Whoa, it's so fast. Please. Do we make it? No, I missed. Barely there. We love gachapin. We did it. Iron clogs. What'd it do? Agility down 15 points, but half indicator speed. Meh. Meh. We're pretty good, I think. Oh, but you know what? We could hit those reds, right? But my physical defense is gonna go down, though. Nah, I like my speed. Zhuzhen, you good? Marge can one-shot them with her hand grenade.
Yeah, I could use some help here.
Zhuzhen says, alright, that should just about do it. Whoa! Zhuzhen says, here we go. What'd he do? Alice says, so this is an old-fashioned exorcism pentagram. Yuri says, whoa, I have absolutely no clue what's going on, but it's damn impressive. The sea mother says, this pentagram, it's incredible. Zhuzhen says, sorry to keep you waiting, people. Everything's ready now. Now, sea mother, I'll need your help. We have to keep Lily's power in check. Jujin says, give me a shout when you're ready, kid. The sea mother says, Master Jujin, I shall assist you. Nodders. Okay, so we're stuck with Marge and Marge and Alice. Should I heal them? Or we're all pretty healthy right now, I think. Maybe top Alice a little bit off. Yeah, there we go. Max HP increases 3 to 5 points. This is just like Dragon Quest. Like, the amount that your HP can increase is completely by random. Let's see. 1 point. Is it fixed? What the hell? 1 point? You're lying to me. It's always just 1 point. It's not like Dragon Quest. It's just completely randomized in Dragon Quest. How about the others? 3 points. Why is it always the minimum amount? Come on. How about life? 3 points. It's always the minimum amount. This is a scam. Alright, are we ready? Yep. Jujin says, alright then, mother, let's do this. Actually, I'm not ready. Let me fuck around with the formation. Everybody's up in the back. Let's put Alice in the back. Marge in the front? Oh, just Yuri in the front. We're gonna make that boy eat shit. Jujin says, alright then, mother, let's do this. The sea mother says, Lily, come before me. Alice says, here she comes. Lily says, ah, damn you mortals. How dare you invoke that wretched chant? Die. Alright, let's dance. Oh yeah. What does she weak to? Fuck it, we Inferno. We're gonna go and beat the shit out of you. Paralysis? Just defend. Holy, look at that damage. Not the Dark Messenger. Is she gonna one-shot us? Uh-oh. 38. Okay, never mind. It's not like Dad who can one-shot. Marge is contributing. She's only doing like penny damage, but she's contributing. Well, GG's, that was pretty quick. Inferno is stupidly strong. Lily says, "Help me. The pain." See, mother. What? Oh shit, it's Dehuai. Dehuai says, "Hee hee hee, this doll's just about served its purpose." Wait, so Lily's still here? She's still actually alive? Alice says, "Who?" Dehuai says, "How nice to finally meet you, Alice Elliot. And Jujin. Long time no see." Alice says, "So you're Dehuai. You brought poor Lily back, didn't you? You were using her." Dehuai says, "That's right. Ah, Alice, you're more beautiful than I had imagined." Yuri says, well, we finally meet the real Tiny, eh? Except you're not nearly as cute." Dehuai says, "So you're that abominable harmonixer, are you? Very well, I'm sure you and the old man will make a lovely snack for the Shanghai crabs. Lily, I shall unleash all of your power. Hate everything. Devour them with your hate. Cursed energy infusion." Oh fuck, we're getting a Lies of P second phase here. Alice says, You're not going to get away with this. Wait, Lily, I promised you, I will deliver you to your eternal rest." What? Yep, we're getting a phase 2 Lies of P battle here. Oh shit, she looks... What element is she? We don't care. Inferno. Wait, what happens if I hit the red here? Does it get extended by like one more turn or something? %18 up. Oh, huge, in fact. Hate storm. Oh, ouch! Holy shit! I should go for here, or maybe I should Holy Edge. Yuri, get Holy Edged. I'll show you a Holy Edge. She's definitely a dark type. Weak to light attacks. Therefore, beat the fuck out of her. Oh, holy shit, look at that damage. Okay. Lily, you're... Alice, you're not dying today. Yeah, that hate storm is kind of big nasty. Cure yourself now. Okay, good that I defended. Ouch. Fight back! Fight back! I wonder how much the Blessed Light... wonder how much a Blessed Light does. It's a light attack. Ah, I missed. Do it again. I wanted to hit it perfect. Whatever. $80? Cute. It's something. GG's. Lily says, thank you. Dehuai says, not bad, not bad. Okay, so Lily's actually like gone. Yuri says, it's your turn next. Dehuai laughs. He teleports away. See, mother. See, my mom. Jujin says, you're really something, see, mother. You gave every last ounce of strength you had to save her. It's been a long time since I've seen such fine magic. Alice says, rest in peace, good sea mother. Wait, she just fucking died? She's still moving though. Alice says, spirits in the heavens? Spirits in the heavens. Our beloved magic user will be coming under your care. Our wonderful, wonderful magic user. Please be good to her. Oh, she's doing the same thing that the Sea Mother did when somebody passed away back at the village. What? Yuri says, yeah, spirits, be good to her for us, won't ya? See you, Sea Mama. Jujin says, a fine send-off. Sea Mother will be most pleased. Kato says, it's finally over, right? The monsters are gone? Marge says, yes, everything's alright now. Let's set this thing moving. Full speed ahead, please. Kato says, right. So wait, is Kawashima gonna be one of our oomphs now? We're not so bad after all, are we? Kawashima says, what? What in God's name did I bear witness to tonight? She's gotta be oomph now. Gehuai says, I failed again. Fengtian, Dalian, and yet again on that rotten boat. I must not underestimate that boy's power. And now that Jujin has joined the girl. Time to take a step back and conjure up a new plan. Wugwai of Kowloon. You called Master Dehuai? How do you pronounce... Kowloon, okay. Dehuai says, Wugwai. How do you pronounce his name? So glad you could make it here from Kowloon. I did not wish to tear you away from Hong Kong, but I could not afford not to call you. Wugwai says, do not worry. Not much is going on in Hong Kong. And to tell the truth, I was growing a little bored. Indeed, we've already made puppets of the newly appointed French parliamentary officials. Dehuai says, excellent. Damn the foreign superpowers, they believe this country is theirs for the taking. Dehuai says, ha, I'll never let it happen. As long as I'm here, they won't lay a finger on Shanghai. Wugwai says, Master, if I may be so bold, are you experiencing difficulties with the Demon's Gate invocation? Dehuai says, yes, well, as you can see, the spirit machine of Kuihuai Tower is complete and ready to go. But the girl with the key is still running loose. An unwelcome guest blocks my way. Uguay says, unwelcome guest? Dehuai says, absolute sage Zhuzhen. Uguay says, Master Zhuzhen, I never imagined he still lived. Dehuai says, well, he does, the bastard. He's been standing in my way ever since we were in training together. My blue dragon trap only resulted in killing an old hag. Pathetic, I tell you. Uguay says, not to worry, Master Dehuai. I shall deliver the girl to you immediately, along with the old man's head. This isn't Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate, it's not. This is Shadowheart's the game, not Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate, our beloved Shadowheart. Dehuai says, good, good, you've always been my best student. A word of warning though, do not underestimate them. One of them is a monster with the power of fusion. Uguay says, fusion? The Japanese man, he can't still be alive? Dehuai says, no, this one is different. He's still young, though there is no doubt he's a harmonixer. 2 Yamarajas have fallen to him thus far. Uguay says, if what you say is true, Master, this should be interesting. How's it going, Oomph? Pretty good. Pretty peaceful afternoon. Pretty peaceful Saturday afternoon. It's very cloudy here. Very cloudy, but very warm at the same time. It's usually like very sunny days. Kind of like a weird thing here. It's kind of like the sunny, when it's sunny, it's cold. And when it's like a cloudy day, it's warm. I don't know how it's supposed to, I don't know how the weather is supposed to work. There's something funky happening here. Uguay says, I, Uguay of Kowloon, shall not fail you. Dehuai says, then I'll wait for the good news. Show that grinning bastard Roger Bacon what we're capable of. Now, Uguay, go! Yes, Master! Yeah, this is giving me like... Dio and his goons. And his vampire goons. It's playing exactly like JoJo Part 3. He keeps trying to sick like his goons at us. Why you won? Oh, there's different locations in Shanghai. We is in Shanghai. Ooh, there's new equipment. We're rich. 15 years ago, 1889, Shanghai. The Zhuzhen's wheezing. I really made a mess of this, didn't I? Whoa! Zhuzhen died! Uguay of Kowloon says, what a surprise, Master Zhuzhen. An adept of the highest rank, fallen. Underling Tachun says, you didn't really think we'd let you get away, did ya? A little fly like you always flitting about, causing trouble for Master Dehuai. No, sir. You know what happens to flies, old man? They get squashed. Yeah, but Master Zhuzhen still got that dog in him. Never mind. Zhuzhen says, you're a fine bunch, attaching yourself to the infamous Dehuai and calling him Master. If you wanted a master, you'd have been better off declaring loyalty to one of those mangy street dogs. Uguay says, scum. After that torture session, it's amazing you have any energy left to oppose the master's teachings. Of course, a maggot like you can't really be expected to comprehend the greatness of Master Dehuai. Zhuzhen says, greatness? Greatness, you say? That's a good one. That's a real side splitter. I think I'm gonna die laughing. Underling Shaolin says... Shaolin? Underling Shaolin says, enough. Shut up, you maggot. Lord Uguay, let's kill him and be done with it. Uguay says, still, there's one thing I do not understand. Why do you oppose the Demon's Gate invocation? Our continent is being hacked to pieces. Lacking military might, there's one path to salvation. The Demon's Gate invocation. If we can destroy Japan, we shall send a clear and firm message to the West. Do you know of any other way to maintain peace on this continent? Jujin says, I have no use for such drivel. Destroy Japan? A warning shot to the West? You're a fool. That's not what a Demon's Gate invocation is about. Sure, like he says, it might be easy to blast Japan out of the water, but just one misstep, and you could wind up blowing the entire world into oblivion. Underling Tachin says, shut up, as if you know. Uguay says, bah, I could stand here all day explaining it to you, you'll never understand. Alas, it seems our discussion has now come to an end. Allow us to aid you on your trip to hell. A quiet male voice says, hold it right there. Is that Dad? Oh shit, it's Dad! Underling Shaolin says, who are you? This ain't no show, man. Get out of here before you get hurt. Dad says, it seems the streets of Shanghai have become considerably more dangerous than I remember them. Tachin says, you're Japanese, aren't you? Butt out, buddy, or I can't guarantee you'll get out of this alive. Jujin says, wait, these people have nothing to do with this. Sir, gentleman from Japan, please be on your way. There's no sense in you getting hurt too. Uguay says, he's right. It would be wise not to meddle in things that don't concern you. No good will come out of opposing us. Dad says, I'm sorry, but I heard you were in league with Dehuai. I simply cannot ignore you. Uguay says, who are you? Dad says, that is of little importance to those who are about to die. Uguay says, heh, what an amusing joke. Alright, fool, we'll see who's about to die. Oh, wait, are we playing as Dad? Oh shit, we're playing as Dad. Holy shit. He's kinda giving me like Kiryu energy. Kiryu energy that could like... Kiryu energy with the devil trigger. Alright, beat the shit out of the Kappa first. Wait, why are his arms doing that? Let's see. Clench your teeth. That was kinda him, huh? Knock them on their asses. Uguay says, what are you, a demon? Dad says, I've changed my mind. I will not kill you. Run back to your master and tell him this. A man has appeared who is coming for you. Until he arrives, live out your remaining days in fear. Uguay says, you will regret those words. Mr. Zhen says, "Are you alright, old sir?" Zhu Zhen says, "I'll be alright. Not to sound ungrateful for your help, but I don't exactly consider myself so old yet." Mr. Zhen says, "I'm Zhang Yun Zhen, and this is Colonel Ben Hyuga." His name's fucking Ben. Ben Hyuga. Zhu Zhen says, "I thank you for coming to my rescue. My name is Zhu Zhen. I'm an adept." Dad says, "It would appear so." Zhu Zhen says, "Exactly what sort of person are you?" "A Benny boy from the Hyuga clan." Zhu Zhen says, "The fusion technique. I heard about it a long time ago, but I never expected to see it myself." How amusing to hear that fiend call you a demon. Talk about the pot and the kettle. Whoa. Mr. Zhen says, "Please, Zhu Zhen, relax. Your wounds may be worse than you think." Zhu Zhen says, "Damn, if I weren't in such a state, I'd have made short work of those bastards." "No, you don't, Zhu Zhen. You barely do damage." Dad says, "It's clear your injuries haven't affected that mouth of yours." Zhen says, "The shop I run is just down the way. Come with us, and I'll treat your wounds." Zhu Zhen says, "There's no need for that. I'm feeling much better already. Much better." Oh, he's gonna pass out. Dad says, "Come, Master Zhu Zhen. I will carry you out. I will carry you there." And now we're back. Zhu Zhen says, "And that was how I first met the man. The next thing I knew, he was carrying me piggyback, and I could feel my face burning red." Zhu Zhen says, "He was an incredible man, and handsome to boot. So much so that he almost had me swooning." Hello? Bochi Pride, Old Man Yaoi. Alice says, "Goodness, was he really that strong? He must have been amazing. And he had fusion powers, just like... You don't think he could be Yuri's?" Zhu Zhen says, "You guessed it. You're not gonna find too many people in this world who can wield fusion. But I just can't make up my mind to tell the kid. You know, I guess I'm too much of a coward." Alice says, "And then, what happened to Colonel Hyuga after that?" "He died." I heard Old Man Yaoi. Zhu Zhen says, "It's hard to believe that was 15 years ago. Time sure does fly." Zhu Zhen had a little crush on Yuri's dad. Zhu Zhen says, "The city's completely changed too. I feel like I've been left behind to grow old and decrepit." Alice says, "Master Zhu Zhen, what are you saying? You're still plenty young." Alice is a good girl. Zhu Zhen says, "It's nice of you to say that. You're a sweet girl." They're both laughing. Fucking Yuri's just laid out. Alice says, "Yuri sure has been sleeping for a long time. And here we are in Shanghai and everything. He's tired of carrying y'all's asses." Zhu Zhen says, "He's probably sleeping off the effect of his seasickness. Everybody's got their weaknesses." Zhu Zhen says, "Well then, I guess maybe I'll be going out for a while. After all these years, I feel like wandering around for a bit, maybe stopping by an old friend's place." Alice says, "Alright." Wait. Zhu Zhen says, "I don't expect to be out all that late." Wait. Oh no, we're playing as Zhu Zhen. He barely has any damage. Please don't put me in a fight. You probably won't. You probably won't get put into a fight. This is just for narrative purposes, I guess. Hey Marge, how are you doing? Marge says, "Oh, are you going out?" Zhuzhen says, "Yeah. Thought I'd go kill sometime. By the way, you haven't seen our two smuggler friends, haven't you?" Marge says they both left a little while ago. Seems they had someone to meet. More shady business, I guess. But what a metropolis Shanghai is. I just went and had a look. It's nothing like Fengtian or Dalian. Oh wait, let's go check up on the odd couple again. Alice says, "Don't stay out drinking all night with your old friend." Okay. Yuri's just laid out. Hopefully we don't get shoved into a fight. That'd be a bad time. Pilgrim staff. Is that a new weapon for Zhuzhen? It is. Whoa, big. Okay, maybe he does damage now. We're playing tag. Get out of the way. Sorry, kid. Is this a shop? Early to rise, Asan. A traveling oracle. Don't see many of those. Have you come to train under Master Dehuai? How diligent. No, we're not. Dehuai is the enemy. Hasty Kawa. Yikes, I better fold up shop and get out of here before the Japanese army gets here. But there are no shops around. Lamenting clerk Kuro mentioned, "I'm glad I finally got a shop here in Shanghai, but I never get anything in to sell." Wait, why is there a question mark? A disappointed Sachi. "I heard a boat arrived in port this morning and I went to go buy some fish, but even though it was a fishing boat, there wasn't a single fish on it." Oops. How do I interact with the question mark? Oh. So he is supposed to be a shop. Where am I going? This place is actually pretty big. Energetic Now says, "Hey there, how'd you like Shanghai? You can leave town by going through the gate over there." Oh, okay. Let's see. Mana seed. There's a question mark. Oh, there it is. A lottery ticket. We love those. Entertainment show. Oh, never mind. Wait, we still want to look around. One sec. I progressed the story. Talkative Kozu says, "Everything is so expensive these days. Speaking of which, have you heard about some kind of discount card with a store on it?" Oh, is there a new card around here? Gossiping Face says, "Really? It's such a terrible world. I heard. I wonder who has it. We have one of them." Wandering Rio says, "My Shanghai is still under siege by the Japanese military." Gregarious Tatsu. "This part of town sure has gotten quiet. There used to be all kinds of stalls that would be set up here." Oh, kitty. Oh, no, it's not a cat. It's a dog. Something here. Oh, the hell did I get? What did I just pick up? I have no idea what I just picked up. Talisman of Mercy, okay. Oh, a new Phoenix down. Cowardly Tao says, recently I've been seeing Japanese forces everywhere. It wasn't like this before. Hope nothing bad happens. Is this a shop? It's closed. Little Mika says, hey, are you a tourist? This is my house and also happens to be Shanghai's best shop. Only active shop, it looks like. This guy in the corner kind of looks suspicious. What are you doing, sir? Want to buy something? Wouldn't even let me inside the house. Ooh, a new belt. Yeah, there's a new belt. Okay. I don't know, buy like 5? Buy like 4. Why not? Hitting the QTEs for the discount is always gonna be hilarious. Anyways, we're rich. We're rich. We're rich. When do we get new weapons? I mean, you just got a new weapon. But where's the weapon shop? Strongman Gano says, who in their right mind would sail out to the sea on a rundown boat like this? Us? The junk dealer Taka says, what is it? This boat won't sail, buddy? The engine's broken. Wait, this was our boat. This is our boat, I mean. There's supposed to be a lottery member somewhere here. Oh, it's inside the deck of the boat. Oh, here. What are you doing down here, kid? His name's Van. Sharp Van says, yeah, I bet only bad guys would come to Shanghai in an old boat like this. Don't you agree? Come on, this is your chance to win big. Okay, sure. What can we get? The star card. Fuck me, I should have went here first before I bought shit. Well, that's okay. Holy shit, look at the size of that star card. The size of that area for the star card is crazy. Fuck it. Come on. We did it. Motherfucker. I could have had a 20% discount on those purchases I had earlier. That's okay, we're rich. It's easy to get money in this game. It's just 10%. That's it? That's it, I guess. Okay, going up there is leaving the city. Alright, well, now I can go down the stairs here. Lieutenant Suketani says, "We've been waiting for you, Lieutenant Colonel Kawashima." Kawashima says, "It's been a while, Lieutenant Suketani. At ease, please." Suketani says, "Ma'am, how are we doing on the package for the mainland? The special charter is ready?" Kawashima says, "Yes, about that. I was thinking we might postpone it for a bit." Oh, she's oomph now. She's oomph now. Suketani says, "Understood. Then I'll relay a message to the mainland. Is that acceptable?" Kawashima says, "Yes, please do." Lieutenant Suketani, how's the investigation coming along? Wait, where's my phone? Where'd I put my phone? 1 minute. 1 sec. Suketani says, "Yes, ma'am. We've managed to get our probes rather deep inside." Kawashima says, "Ah, yes, I forgot to introduce you, Suketani. This is Sergeant Kato. You may talk in front of him." Suketani says, "Is that right? Then you must excuse me, Sergeant. My apologies." He was squaring him down. Suketani says, "An agent of the investigative committee has recently arrived from Tokyo. Even I was cross-examined. It seems it is you who are under investigation, ma'am. You're safe with me, but please stay alert." What's the committee about? I'm being investigated. It must be a spy sent by one of my father's political enemies. The capital is a bit of schemes. I'll be careful. Please continue with what you were saying before. Suketani says, "Yes, Dehuai, who's fighting against our Japanese army, is planning a Demon's Gate invocation. But he still needs a few more things to cast the Taoist magic needed for the invocation." Kawashima says, "A few more things?" Suketani says, "A catalyst is necessary for the main part of the ceremony, and that will be the English girl." Suketani says, "Dehuai must also banish the 4 gods to block the ceremony by protecting the earthly veins. It appears that all of these factors must be in place to make the ceremony possible. In the past 6 months, Dehuai has collected the black tortoise, the blue dragon, and the red phoenix." What, so it's just Baiju that's left? So the only one left is the white tiger then, Kawashima says. And where's the white tiger? Do you know yet? Suketani says it's in Wuhan. More precisely, it's sealed inside the temple ruins on the edge of Wuhan. Kawashima says, "Of course Dehuai knows this. Then before it falls into his hands, we must send troops to seize it." Suketani says, "We've sent forces there twice, but every last man was lost. Not a single survivor. Some terribly powerful monsters have made a nest out of those temple ruins." Kawashima says, "Are these monsters protecting the white tiger? And I wonder why they picked such a troublesome spot." Suketani says, "I don't know, but apparently Dehuai isn't able to handle them either." Everybody's washed. Everybody are jobbers. Suketani says, "What is it, Lieutenant Colonel?" Kawashima says, "I've just had an idea. Send us to the temple. Takatani says, an idea? Kawashima says, we fight fire with fire. We defeat the monsters with a monster. She means us. Okay, I can move again. One sec, let me look for my phone. Alright, back. Also grab myself a snack. A granola bar. Give me a second here. Oh, it's Guild War on Grand Blue Fantasy. Fucking imagine playing Grand Blue Fantasy in 2025. Oh, you're uniting to grind meat? Hashtag Happy June. Okay, back officially. Alright, what's down here? Another lottery ticket, you say? Where are the shops? Weapon shop. Hello, good sir. Show me your goods. Hoodlum Khan says, "Hey, get out of here, old man. You're bothering me. The show is about to start." What show? Drunkenly says, Ain't seen you around here before, old man. This here is a quality bar, so don't go bothering anybody. Zhuzhen says, sorry to bother you, but I'd like to see the proprietor. Just tell him Zhuzhen is here. Bartender 1010 says, sorry sir, the boss isn't in. Zhuzhen says, doesn't this place belong to Mr. Zhen? 1010 says, Zhen? Can't say I recall the name. Zhuzhen says, let's stop the kidding around, shall we? I'm talking about that young lady's father. 1010 says, oh, if that's who you mean, just have a seat. He should be along any minute now. Zhuzhen says he's not the owner of this place. 1010 says, ha, give me a break. This place changed hands ages ago. Okay then. What? It's pretty funny that they incorporate the like.
You've grown into a beautiful young woman, Kuihua. Since I saw you last, the sound of your playing has become so much richer.
Kuihua?
So what do you think?
From Girls
Jen?
Front Line?
Why is it that the march of time, the endless rising and setting of the sun, has to be so cruel to us old folks? At any rate, Jen, here I am, back in Shanghai. I intend to clean things up once and for all. The legacy of Hyuga, who passed on so long ago. Well, perhaps next time.
Zhuzhen monologue moment. Clappers. Kuihua says, Uncle Zhuzhen? Uncle Zhuzhen? Uncle? Sorry, 1 second here. There we go. All right. Yushin says, it's good to see you, Chuhua. You've turned into a real knockout then, haven't you? Wait, what happened to Zhen? Chuhua says, it's good to see you. You look well. In fact, you haven't changed a bit. Yushin says, so how's your dad? How's Mr. Zhen? Chuhua says nothing. Yushin says, what's the matter? Mr. Zhen? Drunkenly says, what do you want, man? Begging for coins again, huh? Fine, I'll give you some. Hoodlum Khan says, sir, you're living off your daughter's scraps? Well, what a sob story that is. Yeah, ha 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 ha. Mr. Zhen says, Zhuzhen? Chuhua says, that's right, father. Uncle Zhuzhen is back. How have you been, Mr. Zhen? Zhuzhen says. Mr. Zhen says, you're alive? But how? Zhuzhen says, what kind of greeting is that for an old friend? 15 long years and you look like you've seen a ghost? They tell me this place has changed hands. Is it true? Mr. Zhen says, yes, it's true. Zhuzhen says, oh, come on, what are you being so formal with me for? That's no way for the owner of this place to... There's a male voice. I am the owner of this business. Ah, it's Wuguai again. Zhuzhen says, you're Wuguai. So you're still alive. Wuguai of Kowloon says, I believe that's my line, Master Zhuzhen. I'm finally back from Kowloon and I find myself meeting old faces. Let me welcome you properly. Chuhua says, Master Wuguai, please leave Uncle Zhuzhen alone. He just came to see my father, that's all. So please. Zhuzhen says, Master Wuguai? He's flabbergasted. Wuguai says, why act so surprised? Didn't I just tell you? I'm the proprietor of this place. Once Zhang Yunzhen here opposed Master Dehuai, now he and his daughter are among my employees. Zhuzhen says, I can't believe it. Is this true, Zhen? Zhen says yes. Zhuzhen says, how could this have... Wuguai says, ha 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 ha, what's the matter, Zhuzhen? Shanghai's changed. Now then, to begin the welcome banquet. You remember how to play the old game, don't you? You too. Wuguai says, back in his day, this old man was the toughest guy around. Beat him and I'll reward you. Chuhua, get out of here. Oh, she's, he sent him off for, he sent her off for help. Drunkenly says, hey, I'll be accepting that reward, Master Wuguai. I'll take you on first, old man. Oh, 2 phases, okay. Yeah, well, which does more damage? This auto attack. I missed. I missed. 1 sec. Huh. They deal baby damage. Prepare to die. Why do the goons turn into monsters? Zhuzhen says, these bastards aren't human. Oh, I get it. You're all Dehuai's underlings then, eh? Well, in that case, if I win, I get this place as my prize. Uguay says, in any case, your attempts will prove futile. You're far too old for this. The other goon says, not bad, Gramps, but can you hold up? Maybe it's time for a prayer. Somehow this Kappa is doing like even less damage than the guy before. Uguay of Kowloon says, amazing, Jujin, you truly are amazing. Your arts are as sharp as ever, even if you yourself haven't fared as well. Jujin says, are you quite finished? Uguay of Kowloon says, enough talk, now you face me. Uguay of Kowloon says, you do remember, don't you? Your magic has no effect on me. Ruh-roh. Uguay says, how about using your famous Taoist magic? Okay. I don't think so. He's defending. Scared. Okay, he deals no damage. We could take him. What? He hit the crane pose and then we just immediately die? Mr. Jin says, Jujin! Jujin says, I'll be alright. You magic-sucking half-bit slick-back bastard. Uguay says, and I was thinking of allowing you a quick death. As usual, he had to go on and say too much. I'll cut off your limbs and send them off to Dehuai, and that wagging tongue of yours as well. There's a young male voice. Is that Yuri? There they are. Okay, yeah, it's Yuri. Yuri says, what are you doing, Pops? I thought you were off eating pot stickers or something. Don't tell me you're half dead. You hurt? This guy did this to you? Jujin says, what's the matter, kid? You sound like you're actually starting to care about me or something. Uguay says, some of your friends, Jujin. Poke around in other people's business and you're bound to get hurt. I'll forgive you this intrusion. Get lost. I don't think so. You hurt one of her friends? Yuri says, oh, it's you? Dehuai's lousy servant? I don't care if you get down on your hands and knees, I won't let you off the hook. Uguay says, who are you? Yuri says, why would I tell you? Doesn't matter anyway since you're gonna die right here. You really are dumb. Uguay says, what an amusing joke. Alright, fool, we'll see who's about to die. Oh, he's cooked. He's omega cooked. he's gonna do it again. Uguay says, what? My skill didn't work? I see. You two are protected by the darkness. He doesn't know. Okay, Inferno time. I'm gonna morb. Alright, we want to hit the perfect here. So get 3% more attack. No. Ah, so close. There you go. We are gonna beat the shit out of you. He's got Dark Messenger too, but it deals barely any damage. Whoa, we're rich. Uguay says, fusion? You're a demon. Yuri says, I changed my mind. I'm not going to kill you anymore. So you run along to Dehuai. Since I'm here, he better hide his girly magazines, cause he could get killed any day now. Uguay says, things will go a bit differently next time, kid. We're more cracked than Dad was. Be ready. Alice says, are you alright, Jujin? Jujin says, I'll be alright. Not to sound ungrateful for your help, but couldn't you have come just a little sooner? Hey, I think I'm having deja vu. Deja vu. He's been in this situation before. Mr. Zhen says, I know what's happening. I can't believe it. Don't worry, you're under our protection now. Yuri says, what is it? Something on my face? Mr. Zhen says, there's no mistaking it. His eyes and his mouth. It's an absolute likeness. Like a twin? It's as if he's alive and grew to be this grand. Yuri says, hey, he's crying. What should I do? Shohua says, Master Jujin, is he? Jujin says, you guessed right, Shohua. Zhen, let me introduce you. The kid's name is Yuri. It's a memento from Colonel Ben Hyuga. Yuri says, huh? Alright, are they gonna start filling in? Okay, they did. Mr. Zhen says, yes, when I was in Tongliao, your father saved my life. Ever since then, I accompanied him in his travels. We opened a shop in Shanghai because he said we should make this our base of operations. But in fact, he did it out of concern for young Xiaohua. Yuri says each summer, father left the village for work. Then he returned just before winter began. But there was that one year, the cold winter arrived and snow was falling, but no sign of father. And instead, what came to our village was... forget it. There's people racing outside. Mr. Chen says, I heard that the colonel had a Russian wife, and that they had a young son. But I had no idea that he would be alive. Yuri says, my mother died. But just my luck, I had to outlive them. Mr. Zhen says, how can you say that? I haven't been this thrilled in my life. And how happy Zhuzhen must be as well. It is fate. Yuri says, old geezer, you knew everything from square one, didn't you? But you kept quiet this whole time. Whether it's about my father, or me, or whoever else. Why is everyone so damn secretive? Why? Tell me, you stupid old man. Alice says, stop it, Yuri. Zhuzhen was agonizing over it all this time. He didn't know how to tell you. So please. Zhuzhen says, I was the one. I was the one who killed Hyuga. What? Mr. Zhen says, Zhuzhen. Yuri says, what did you say? Those could be your last words. Zhuzhen says, I first met Hyuga 15 years ago here in Shanghai. Is it because he was, he got overtaken by his fusion? Zhuzhen says, Hyuga was a special assassin sent to China when the Japanese army realized Dehuai was up to no good. We spent much time tracking Dehuai. Finally, we learned what the Demon's Gate invocation was. We hit Dehuai's stronghold, the Kuhai Tower, and finally defeated him. It was a fierce battle. Yuri says, so then, the man you told me about in Dalian was... Zhuzhen says, that's right. I was talking about your father. Hyuga put his life on the line and stopped the cursed valorization. Yuri says, then, my father died, eh? Mr. Zhen says, Yuri, please forgive Zhuzhen. Zhuzhen didn't want to get involved in the same fight your father got pulled into. I can fully understand Zhuzhen's feelings. If I were him, I would have done the same thing. Yuri says, I know. Alice says, Yuri. Mr. Zhen says, Zhuzhen, if Dehuai is trying to repeat the same mistake he attempted 15 years ago, then the next target is surely Master Shifa. Who's that? Zhuzhen says, you're so right. How could I have been so dense? Marge says, don't shout like that all of a sudden. You want to scare me half to death? Zhuzhen says, but that temple is the holiest place in Nine Heavens Taoism. It's protected by Master Shifa himself. Even that miserable old fool, Dehuai, should know better than to mess with that place. Alice asks, Master Shifa? Zhuzhen says yes. He was my teacher, a mangy old goat. He's the protector of the underground temple at Wuhan. And here's the rub. The white tiger is ensconced there, one of the gods of the four directions. Mr. Zhen says, at first the white tiger picture was kept elsewhere, but to keep it from falling in Dehuai's hands, Colonel Hyuga placed it in the care of Master Shifa. Zhuzhen says, which means Dehuai's plotted out the scheme far more carefully than before. And if that's what he called in Wuguai for, then it's all beginning to make sense. Zhuzhen says, alright, I'm ready to put my life on the line for this. How about you, Yuri? Do you have the guts to walk your father's path? Yuri says, my father's path? Zhuzhen says it will be a difficult and painful road, and when you arrive, you may find nothing but despair and ruin. Are you up to the challenge, huh? What do you say? Shohua says, Zhuzhen, how can you ask such a thing of him? Zhuzhen says, butt out, kid. You've got absolutely no time to waste. This has been a race against time from the moment these bastards set their sight on Alice. Yuri says, Alice said that she could find out why her father died if she fought Dehuai. Right? Alice says, yes, that's right. Yuri says, Pops, no matter what the cost, if I have a chance to see what my father saw, I won't have a single regret. If that damn Dehuai really is gonna release that Demon's Gate convocation upon us, then I'll do everything I can to make sure his little convocation is cancelled once and for all. Zhuzhen says, good for you, kid. And you can count on this broken down old sage here to guide you through hell if need be. What? Where's Marge going? Oh, Kawashima? Kawashima says, what's this? Quite a big meeting, eh? Marge says, you were listening in again, weren't you? Kawashima says, no, I wasn't. I just happened to overhear. Marge says, how incredibly suspicious you are. No, I'm sure I don't like you. Kawashima says, now, don't get so angry. Kawashima says, I've got some news that I just couldn't wait to tell you all. I hear Dehuai has sent his men to Wuhan, and that's not all. The Japanese military troops that were stationed in Shanghai have been secretly sent to Wuhan too. Mr. Zhen says, what? Marge says, hey, how is it that you know about Dehuai, let alone movements of the Japanese army? Kawashima says, we in the smuggling business can get our hands on lots of underground information too. Marge says, something smells here. But if you're trying to help us, I suppose I ought to thank you. Kawashima says, well, and here I went to all that trouble of gathering information I thought you could use. Yuri, Zhuzhen, what shall we do? There isn't much time left. Pop says, I'm sure it's Wuguai that's headed for Wuhan. Don't you think that even for a great adept like yourself, he'll be an awful tough opponent? Zhuzhen says, well, I suppose you're right. Mr. Zhen says, Zhuzhen, we'll go with you to Wuhan. Zhuzhen says, no, Zhen. You and Shohua should stay here and gather as much information as you can. We need this place to be the base of our activities again. Mr. Zhen says, Zhuzhen. Yuri says, wait here and rest assured we won't let them touch the white tiger. Mr. Zhen says, Yuri, okay. I understand. Shohua, let's go back to the shop. Ah yes, before you leave Shanghai, stop by our place. Shohua says, be careful, Uncle Zhuzhen. Come back safe. Zhuzhen says, now then, we'd better get ready. Where's the new shop? There's supposed to be a new shop here. What's happening down here? Mr. Zhen's doing pit fights behind this curtain. Oh, is it time for arena fights? We love arena fights. Is there a shop back here though? Shohua says, oh, Yuri, look, father is feeling so much better now. And it's all thanks to you and your friends. He says he wants to use his powers again and he just won't listen. Watch out when you talk to him. Oh, wait. We don't want to be here. Mr. Zhen says, since then, I'd been thinking, what could I do that would be within my capabilities? And then I decided to use summoning powers. Now the pit fights are back. I'm not as strong as I was before, but I'm sure I could train you people. Let me explain the pit fights. In a pit fight, you bet money on a fight with a monster. You fight the monsters that I summon. I'll reward you according to your number of wins. You want to participate in the pit fight? No, not yet. Wait, where are the... There's supposed to be like an updated shop. Is it not supposed to pop up yet? Oh no, it's in the next area. Never mind. Oh, this guy. They say the guy who was controlling Shanghai's gone, and that means I got things to sell. Cool. Yep, new weapons for everyone. Try for a further discount? Hell yes. Like 2 QTEs for both discounts? You're crazy. It's going pretty fast too. But you see, we got the saves. We got the power of save states on our side. Oh, one sec. Anyways, just had a call. Upgrades for everyone. I can't imagine doing that much like QTEs without fucking the save state. You fuck that up, you're gonna have to like run it back, run your save back. Wait, the guide is saying that there's a new tier of restoratives? Say less. Fuck out of the way, dog. Wanna buy something? Okay, where's... Oh yeah, there is. I should hella stock up on him, like 20. Yeah, to get the most out of your discounts, buy in bulk. How retail works. Ooh, there's pure seed now. mana seed by like 10. Everything's so expensive. Oh, it's so expensive. Alright, we're mega stocked up. Ah, I completely forgot. I still have to go and do the weapon upgrades. We're gonna be jacking up Yuri to the max. Since he's our main source of damage. Wait, I want to see how this pit fights is supposed to work. Wait. How much does it cost? 16 Thou. Doable. Oh, you can also reform your party. Okay. So Yuri can never leave the party. Shove Margaret in here. I kind of want to run Jujin over Alice. But she's under-leveled, so maybe not. She barely has any SP is the thing. Alright, let me get acupuncture. Acupuncture for Margaret. Her hit area is kind of ass. Wow, she's so expensive. And then for our boy, maybe more hit area for now. We should be coming up on a grind very soon. Sure, let's see how this works. Only 300 to participate? Sure. You know what? Let's do it later. I thought I could farm here. Where's the next area that I could grind money in? Not yet. Actually, wait. If we're coming up on a grind area, then I'm just gonna go and upgrade Yuri's weapon to the max. Actually, wait a minute. Got a bunch of shit to sell. All that effort for barely a raise. It's not even worth the effort. It is not worth the effort. I'm just gonna sell them base price. Alright, I'm gonna max out Yuri's weapon. I'm kind of just going all in on Yuri here. How much money do we have? 2-8. We're broke. We're broke. Alright, is this the grind area? Well, this place looks ominous. Alice says it's old, but it certainly is a large and grand temple. Jujin says this is the 9 courts of Shiyuan. The sanctuary of Wuhan and the apex of 9 heavens Taoist magic. It's pretty funny coming from like Zenless Zone 0 2.0 update to this. It's kind of following like the same Taoist like. Anyways, Yuri says Wuguai and his cronies aren't here yet. Marge says, I don't see the Japanese army around anywhere either. Yeah, they're right here. Marge says, don't things seem a little too quiet? When can I grind? Why are the odd couple going up ahead? Can we leave and go back to Shanghai? We can. Cool. Yuri says, this place gives me the creeps. Hey Pops, there ain't anybody here. Marge says, are you really sure this is the place? They didn't get mixed up or anything. Jujin says, give me a break. I haven't gone that senile yet. To proceed from here, let's see. Alright, I need to chant the unlocking rites. Jujin says, darn, I can't seem to remember them. How did it go again? Hey kid, you guys go look around a bit while I try to remember the chant. Marge says, come on, don't really go senile on us. Okay, we'll add that I reformed the party so that we can just leave. So we could just leave Jujin there. Wait, there's a hidden treasure chest. What? Alright, save right here. Kato says, boy, the air sure is chilly. You folks be careful now. By the way, I bought some items in Shanghai. Let me know when you need them. They're not free, of course. Fine. Show me what you got. Renders instant death ineffectual. That's new. Voodoo doll. We already have one. Okay, if this guy is here, then that means we can grind here. Unfortunately, though, there isn't an inn. For me to recover everybody's health, I need to go all the way back to Shanghai. For the inn. Kawashima says the Japanese army hasn't arrived yet. I think luck may be on our side. Is it only like a save point that's here? You remember yet, old man? Jujin says, alright, I got it. Now stand back, everyone. Here goes. Jujin Shifu. Jujin says, that musty aroma sure does bring back memories. Yuri says, so the real deal is waiting for us inside, eh? Jujin says, that's right. Let's go. Wait, how do I... Oh. Sure does not look ominous. Did the door close behind us? What the? Alice has enemies, perhaps? Jujin says, I doubt it. What? Who the hell are you? Master Xiaofang? He's meowing for some reason. What's happening here? Xiaofang says, what do you mean, end? What kind of a response is that? I am Meowster Xiaofang. I guard this temple. Nice to meet you all. And? Yuri says. Master Xiaofang says, you insult me, I'll kill you. Jujin says, hey there, Master Xiaofang. We're speaking a whole lot more now, I see. Xiaofang says, oh, Jujin. Long time no see, meow. Jujin says, we've come to see Master Shifa. So how is the old man anyway? Xiaofang says, the master knew you'd all be here. He told me to welcome you. That's why I'm here, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Jujin says, great. How about you take us to him right away then? Using the shortcuts, of course. Xiaofang says, no way, meow. You gotta follow the rules to get to Nirvana Palace. Jujin says, don't be that way, Xiaofang. But I'm sorry, but we don't have time to play the old man's games right now. If we don't hurry, the wise men or the Japanese army will get here. Xiaofang says, some Japanese soldiers have been here already. They're all dead now, meow. I ain't afraid of no soldiers. Jujin says, as happy-go-lucky as ever, eh? If you keep going like that, I may have to turn you back into a cat. Xiaofang says, no, you can't cheat. Follow the rules, meow. You have to go through the spiritual trials before you can enter Nirvana Palace, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Alice says, spiritual trials? Jujin says, they're like little tests of nerves. They can get rather tricky, though. Master Xiaofang says, here in the 9 courts of Shiyuan, from the Samsara Pavilion further on in, there are 3 dungeons called the Dantian Court, Jiang Palace, and Niwan Palace. Master Shifa's Nirvana Palace is at the end of those dungeons. Only 2 people can challenge any given location. For the first dungeon, Dantian Court, you guys go, meow. Yuri says, hey now, Kato, what did you choose us for? Xiaofang says, I'm the one doing the talking around here, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Xiaofang says, alright, your trial begins. Your items have been sealed away by Master Xiaofang. I can't use items to restore HP or status abnormalities in battle, but they can be used in the field. Motherfucker. Wait, can we leave? I was just hoping that I could grind around here, but there's some kind of trials in place. That's too bad. Yuri says, huh? Where'd my gear go? Jujin says, gods, do we really have to do this? Xiaofang says, okay then. Can we leave? Cross over to Dantian Court. Much luck to you. Can I leave? Motherfucker. I can't leave. Little piece of shit. What if I run it down? This section looks like it's gonna go for a while, unfortunately, so maybe I should just call it for the afternoon here. And what time is it? Yeah. Let me just call it for the afternoon here. Go grab myself some din din. Yeah, I really thought I could start grinding here. Apparently not. Whatever. Anyways. For all the friends that dropped by, thank you very much. Hope you all have a great evening. Great afternoon. See you all later. GG's. Peace out. Happy Saturday. Ciao. Peace, peace.